everyone, this is Jackie Williams, and today I want to share with you a little bit about matting on your card and stamping projects. So first I want to show you what the different size mats look like. This is a 1/4 inch, and I've used black and white just so that you can see really clearly what the size differences are. This is 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, and then the very small 1/32 of an inch. Now, of course, there are other sizes in between, but I just wanted to show you some basic ones, and I think that for 99.9% of the time, these are the sizes that you would use. So how do we achieve those sizes? There's a little bit of math involved, but nothing too hard. So I have 2 pieces of cardstock here, and they are exactly the same size. So if I want to achieve an 1/8 inch mat, say I want to cut this blue piece 1/8 inch smaller so it mats on top of the white piece, you can cut 1/8 of an inch off of each of the 4 sides. And you can do that to start if that makes the most sense to you. However, an easier way to do it would be to double this amount. So instead of 1/8 of an inch, it would be 1/4 of an inch. And you cut that off of 2 sides, the long side and the short side. Then, therefore, because you've cut double, you would have half of it here and half of it here. So if I want to achieve that 1/8 inch, I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch. So that's 1 inch, and so that's half, and the 1/4 is here. So I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off of the long side, and then 1/4 of an inch off of the short side. Then when I mat that onto my white piece, I will get the 1/8 inch border around. Now, as a side note, when matting, I do recommend you use your glue. If you use tape, tape is often, while it's a very secure and sure thing, it's often a little bit unforgiving. Whereas the glue, you can press it, put it down, and then have a look and move it until you're happy with it. Now, I just want to show you a few samples. For example, on this card, I've got 2 different mats going. I have a 1/8 inch mat between the white and the fresh freesia, and I have a 1/4 inch mat, but this time it's just on 2 sides, so it's more like of a 1/4 inch border on the top and the bottom. On this sample, this is actually a layout that I use quite often. I'll use a 1/4 inch from the card base to the first layer, and then an 1/8 inch from the second layer to the top layer. And then on this one, I didn't want too much of that magenta madness, so I did a 1/4 inch from the white to the magenta, and then did a 1/32 inch. So there's just that little tiny fine line of the magenta around, so you can see it, but it's not overpowering. Now, when you're doing larger projects, such as a scrapbooking page, you can probably get away with slightly larger mats. You can go ahead and do that 1/4 inch or use that 1/8 inch. Here, I believe I've used an 1/8 inch, and then on the photo mats, I've used the 1/16 inch. So you can mix up your mat sizes. Now, for ease, I have created a document that lists out the different measurements for the US or the South Pacific European card sizes, so your base and then what your different layers might be, and then you can just work out which size of mats you prefer to use on any particular project. So I hope that's helpful for you and answers some questions and makes that math a little bit easier. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe while you're here. This is Jackie Williams, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.